The next YouTube channel has been chosen. Markiplier. The internet gods have selected you to be the next channel we analyze. And by internet gods, he means all of you and your comments, suggesting I analyze the words of the YouTube channel Markiplier. We're making content about content. But for this video, I don't really want to analyze his words. You dare defy the internet gods? Are you going to keep going on about these internet gods? Yes. I'll do an overview of Markiplier's words, but that's actually not very interesting compared to something else he's done that I haven't really seen anyone else do on YouTube. What's that? Markiplier has several choose-your-own-adventure games that create a web of choices that the viewer can click on, and I want to map out all of them. How can you do that? By downloading all of the video links and connecting them into a large directed graph showing all of the possible endings, and maybe even finding a few hidden truths about his games. But enough talk, more data! It's data time!
I'm Data.
In 2012, Mark Fishbach created the YouTube channel Markiplier. He mostly uploaded vlogs, video game playthroughs, and sketch comedies, along with a variety of other random videos. Most of these videos showcase his unique and chaotic energy.
No, please, 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 no! 50% done! Ah! I've been doing this for 2.5 hours! I hate this game! Bye-bye!
In addition to this, Mark has also shared some of the unique hardships in his life, including a very peculiar one that I share with him. What's that? We both have had tumors in our adrenal glands, and subsequently needed to have them removed. But that's a longer story for another time. I had the same problem too! Yes, that's how this relationship works. Huh? In total, I was able to download the transcripts from over 4,000 of his videos, totaling over 1,600 hours of watch time. This is over 1 million words spoken, with a lexicon of nearly 50,000 unique words. The internet gods wish to know his most common words spoken. Yeah, people always ask me for that, and it's honestly not that interesting since the most popular words for everyone are usually the, a, to. No, they want real words. So, in a previous video, someone suggested I use the formula term frequency inverse document frequency. Basically, it looks for words that are frequently used by one speaker that are not used by other speakers. I now have a small collection of transcripts from different YouTube channels that I can use to compare Mark's words to other YouTubers. So, you can find the words that Mark uses that other YouTubers don't use? Exactly. So, in order to appease the internet gods, let's take a look at these top words. Mark's top word is Really? Yeah, so Mark uses a lot more profanity than the other channels I've analyzed. Mark's second top word is Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is gonna be the trend. In fact, 1 out of every 290 words spoken on Mark's channel is profanity. If we look at his third top word, it's Markiplier. Finally, a real word. And I'm gonna stop there, since most of his top words are either profanity or names or other random words. Does he say any big words? Yes. In fact, the longest word I could find is uncharacteristically.
This is uncharacteristically spooky.
Oh, how uncharacteristic of him. But what's more interesting than top words are top phrases. Some of his most common phrases are just him repeating himself.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, that's not that interesting. But if we exclude these repetitive phrases, we can see that his most common 10-word phrase is his opening intro.
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier and welcome back to Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier and welcome back to Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier and welcome back.
And one of his longest 29-word phrases is his outro.
So, thank you all so much for watching. Click the annotation for more videos that I've done. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye! Bye-bye! Bye-bye!
We can also do sentiment analysis on his words, but that's not really that interesting. The internet gods want to know. So, I fed the transcript of every Markiplier video into OpenAI and asked it to score his positivity and negativity on a scale from 0 to 100%. It came back with a positivity score of 34% and a negativity score of 61%. Oh, that's really negative. Yes, but that's because the AI is only reading the transcript and it doesn't understand Mark's frenetic and sarcastic style of humor. Here is what the AI thinks are some of his most negative videos.
I am gonna die. We're gonna go with That's Okay. I am gonna die.
Stop. No. God, why?
What have you done to me? My butt feels weird.
Why did you make another one of these, Dad?
Oh, it's a different brand of humor. Anyways, if you find this unique style of analysis interesting, you should definitely subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers this year. Silver play button, here we come! You can also subscribe to my newsletter where I talk about things I don't have time for here. Can the internet gods run this code for themselves? People always ask me for that, and I have the code shared on GitHub, but it's pretty hacky and you actually have to set up an account with YouTube API, so it can be a pain. You dare to withhold this power from the online deities? So as an alternative, I've actually created a search engine website for all of the words spoken on Mark's channel, as well as other big YouTubers. Currently, it just supports searching for keywords and phrases, but I might add more features if there's demand for it. You can check it out for free. Well, free for you, but not free for me. So, if you'd like to support this channel, check out my Patreon account and you'll get your name in the credits of these videos. We humbly receive your providential bounty, O pantheon of deities. Okay, can we be all done now with these internet gods? Fine. What I really want to talk about isn't Mark's word analysis, but something else he's done that is much more impressive. What's that? Mark has made some elaborate choose your own adventure games. Choose your own adventure games? For us old people, we remember the days when you could buy books that allowed you to choose your own path through the story. As you're reading, you get to play as the character in the story and make decisions. In this way, there are multiple storylines that the reader can choose. What does that have to do with his YouTube videos? YouTube can also support this model. YouTube allows creators to place cards at the end of their videos that you can click on to jump to other videos. In this manner, you can build a choose your own adventure story by simply uploading a series of unlisted videos linking each one to others. Only the initial video is made public to the viewers as an entry point. Mark has made several of these series, and I found all of the different paths you can take. How'd you do that? Well, in addition to providing end cards to link to other videos, Mark also provided the links directly in the description of each video. That means if you watch a video, then the description gives you the next videos to look at, and so on. It must take forever to click on all those links. I didn't click on anything. I wrote a Python script that uses the YouTube API to programmatically download the info for each video and then find the next videos that are linked in order to download them. This is actually not that dissimilar from how search engines build web crawlers to index the whole internet. For you programmers out there, I just implemented a recursive depth-first search algorithm paired with a lookup table of the previously visited videos in order to prevent loops. So you were able to download all of the videos from the games? That's right. So you can tell everyone the right path to take? Well, I'm not here to spoil anything. I'll let you discover the paths for yourselves, but I can show you the scope and landscape of the game. Mark's first game was A Date with Markiplier, released in 2017. In this game, you play someone going on a date with Mark, and you have to make choices like, do you pay for dinner? Or what kind of show do you want to watch? However, you quickly find things go off the rails in a zany reality-bending experience, which is definitely on brand for a Markiplier video. In total, there are 24 videos uploaded with 10 different endings. Wait, almost half of the videos are endings? That's right. That actually makes a lot of sense if you understand how binary trees work. Is the game built like a tree? Sort of. Here is a node graph of the entire game. I've removed the titles of each video, so even if you try to use this graph as a cheat sheet to solve the game, it's not really going to help you. We have the entry point here, and we have several terminal nodes here, each of which will take you back to the start of the game to try again. There is only one path that gets you out of this loop, and it takes you to an Easter egg video, where Mark reveals behind the scenes footage. What does he reveal? You'll have to play to find out. In total, there is over an hour of video content. That sounds like a lot. It does, until you compare it to his next Choose Your Own Adventure game. He did another one? Oh yeah. And this one is even larger in scale. In 2019, Mark uploaded A Heist with Markiplier. In this game, you and Mark are executing a heist at a museum, and in typical Markiplier fashion, things fall off the rails very quickly in this farcical, reality-defying journey. In this storyline, you experience chases, zombies, pirates, a prison musical, and an animated sequence? This thing is all over the place. How big is this game? In total, there are 62 videos with 31 different endings. So once again, half of the videos are terminal nodes. Is there a way to win in this one? Yes. If we graph all of the nodes, we can see the entry point is here, and from there, we branch out to several different options. The end of each of these branches is a terminal node, which will take you back to the start of the game to try again. However, there is one ending that does not take you back to the start. This one here. This video contains a successful ending, after which you see the end credits, and then there is a link to jump to A Date with Markiplier. In total, there is 2.5 hours of content. That definitely sounds like a lot. It does, but that's not the end of it. The next adventure Mark created is his largest one yet. Larger than the last one? Oh yeah. In 2022, Mark released In Space with Markiplier, a space adventure where you play the captain of the spaceship Invincible 2, and Mark is the head of engineering, as well as some other characters. And as you might expect, this is even more outlandish and farcical, jumping through wormholes into different realities and storylines and existences?
Oh, hey, Captain. Looks like we finally made it to a normal universe.
But what's really interesting about this adventure is the web of nodes it forms. If we graph all of the nodes, we can see the entry point is here, and it branches out to several different options. But unlike his previous games, many of these nodes merge back onto themselves. In fact, we can see here that all paths merge back down to this one node. This is necessary for a large game like this. Otherwise, you'd have to generate a ton of videos. If we have a binary tree that is just 6 jumps deep, that would give us a tree of over 60 videos. So merging the paths like this is definitely an easier way to manage the branches. It also means that in this game, making wrong choices isn't that big of a deal. No matter which path you choose, you will always end up in the same place. From there, we continue down another complex network of options until we get down to what is essentially the 10 final nodes, 9 of which have end credits, and the other one you just sort of expire. And that's the end of the game?
Bye-bye!
No. I said these are essentially the final nodes because they are the end of part 1. Part 1? Yes. They all link to a new video, which is part 2 of this adventure. This is crazy. Then part 2 continues with an intricate web of connections until we get down to just 2 final nodes. One of which links back to the beginning of part 1, where you can retry the entire game. The other one is the final ending of the whole adventure with the final end credits. Wait, so how do you lose? You can't. Each path moves you forward along the narrative. This adventure doesn't have wrong paths as much as it just has different paths. There is really only one true terminal node, and that is the ending of part 2 with the final credits. And the end card of that video takes you to the Heist adventure. In total, across both part 1 and part 2, there are 91 videos in this adventure, garnering a total watch time of over 6.5 hours. But that's only if you watch every single video. Unlike the previous games, the total number of jumps to get you to the end of this game varies greatly. The shortest path through this game takes 21 steps, and the longest path takes 40. That's about a 2-to-1 difference between the shortest and longest paths. So even though you can't pick a wrong path that terminates, picking the wrong path means it could take a lot longer to complete the game. For comparison, Black Mirror's Bandersnatch, a high-production choose-your-own-adventure game on Netflix, only has about 5 hours of total watch time. If we pull back to look at the big picture, we see that each game ends by taking you to the previous game in order for you to play it. So if you wanted to start with In Space with Markiplier, you could play through to A Heist with Markiplier and end with A Date with Markiplier. In total, there are 177 videos with over 10 hours of watch time. I hope that answers your question that you never asked for. The internet gods approve. I'm thinking of continuing this series of analysis, but I might include people other than just YouTubers and politicians. Will the internet gods approve? I don't know. Comment below what you want to see analyzed next. Bye-bye!